We're here in Tbilisi, Georgia, and if we're being honest, the main reason we wanted to visit the city is because everyone we've ever met who's been to Georgia has come back raving about the incredible food. So this morning we've enlisted the help of a food tour to make sure that we get acquainted with everything you're supposed to try while visiting Tbilisi, Georgia.
When we have dinner, when we meet friends, we always have a table covered all with food, all the layers of different foods. That's how it should be, and I'll bring more food.
We've met George, our guide, and we're at a very local lunch spot trying a bunch of different traditional Georgian dishes. And start off with, we're drinking this compote water, which is with quince. It's really good.
And I drink it all.
George was just explaining that, I mean, this is how Georgians do it. They just put a bunch of food all over the table and then everyone just has at it. I mean, any culture, country that does that, I'm okay with.
I'm not gonna make you watch me eat all of these, but George just brought us a ton of food. Starting with this plate of Pkhali, is that how you say it? Pkhali, which are all these dips. They all have walnut, but they are made of different things. Beetroot leaves, green bean, leeks. I don't remember this one. Spinach, eggplant. We've also got a khachapuri, which we just learned mint cheese bread. I think anybody that's been to Georgia raves about this, and this is probably like 90% of the reason we came to Georgia. Beetroots with a sour cherry plum sauce. And then this is cheese rolled in cheese. Do you have vegans in Georgia?
Okay, I just tried a couple of these, the walnut heavy dishes, and I love walnuts. And walnuts are apparently heavily used in Georgian cuisine, but it's just really, really tasty.
This one tastes like Indian sag. George was just explaining that this is a particular kind of khachapuri that's only eaten on Christmas usually, but it makes a really great breakfast because it's bread, cheese, and boiled egg. It's delicious. The beets are great too. Pete and I are big beet fans. These are in a like sour cherry plum sauce. I mean, all of this is so good. Everybody that we know that's been to Georgia has like raved about the cuisine, but it's already even like more diverse than I thought, and it's incredible. They weren't lying. Nobody was lying. Probably gonna get these wrong, but I want to talk about this one because it's so unique. It's a naguni and sagumi roll. I don't know. It's like a ricotta cheese, and then there's like mint in there, and then it's wrapped in another kind of cheese. It's like this is cheese. It's a cheese wrapped in cheese with mint. Wow. The other great thing about that place is that we're staying just like a block away from it, but we absolutely would have walked by it because we either wouldn't have noticed it or gone in and been intimidated by all the options. Now we know.
Now actually at stop number 2, where we're going to be having Khinkali, right? So say that right? Khinkali, the dumplings. Those are coming in a minute, but before that, we're just sampling some of this natural mineral water, which is from Georgia, and it's famous across the region for its healing properties, but most importantly, really good when you're hungover, which we're gonna probably need in a couple of days' time for one of our next videos here in Tbilisi. And also we're trying this lemonade as well, which pear soda, sorry, not lemonade because those are pears. Okay, it's called lemonade, but this one is a pear soda. But we're just saying how beautiful. Well, firstly, hang on 1 second. I know. You're gonna get to try it. You're gonna get to try it. All right. Firstly, I love the Georgian script. We were just also talking about that. I think it looks so cool. But this bottle is amazing. And now, Hayes, you're gonna try some. Let us know what you think. Whoa! It's double thumbs up. Is that good?
Oh wow, my baby. Oh, Daddy, that reminds me of the dumpling book.
Yeah, the ugly dumpling.
Yeah. See if it smells good.
Sorry to George and all his fellow Georgians. He's just smelling for himself. I think they look.
That's okay.
I think they look amazing. These look awesome. All right, I'm trying to remember what George did here. He covered it in pepper. All right, so give it a good dousing. Then George, you use a knife and fork, right?
You eating khinkali with fork and knife, it's a crime in Georgia.
Then take a bite. It's a little bit like shallon bao. All right. Oh my gosh, that soup is amazing. And like with the pepper on the outside, it's like really, really tasty. Wow, that is gorgeous. Hi. Wow, those are really, really good. That is a really awesome, super tasty dumpling.
The interesting part is I haven't gotten there yet, but you don't eat the ends. They're really doughy and they're just to hold it. So George was saying when you go out, you know exactly how much everybody has had. And he said it's a popular like after drinking food. They're open like 24 hours a night or something. Really good.
It's always a great sign on a food tour when your guide is eating with you, and we always love that. And I feel like we're having a little bit of a competition here. Because I've had 4 dumplings. George has had 4. Oh, he's just picked up his 5th.
No.
All right.
I'm not wasting any time.
Yeah.
Challenge accepted.
Here we go. Okay. All right. This is number 5 for me. Cheers.
You might be wondering how we found this tour. We found it through Get Your Guide. And if you've been watching our videos, you'll know that we use Get Your Guide for tours all the time. So we've left the link for this tour in the description. You could also click here. You know where to find it. So go book one. Book this one. It's fantastic. Next stop is what George said will be the happiest stop of the tour.
We'll go to the best place for it. He has more than 400 different chachas from all over Georgia, from small distilleries, and we will try his exclusives. So the best chacha. So if you never tried chacha, it's the best place and maybe the best time to start.
Stir. This is a really great stop. George did say this is probably going to be one of our favorite stops because we're getting to try this chacha.
We are #1 chacha shop in Georgia and all over the world. You know why? We are only one.
That's your kind of joke.
Right. Even if you don't like, even if you don't drink, still come here and just have a chat because like you're gonna have a great time.
It's kind of like you're my dad's favorite son-in-law.
We were just learning what's inside this because it's made from cherries, right?
Cherries,
and
cherries.
And then you were explaining that there's bones inside it.
Bones, yes.
Bones, yeah.
Not bones of Korean people, but bones of cherry.
Okay, which is an important clarification. Yeah. So the pips, of the cherry crushed down go into this drink. Oh yeah, cool.
This is a couple's cha-cha made from white grapes. That we
Juice of red grape.
Red grape.
Juice of red grape.
Juice of red grapes. Anyway, you cheers, make a wish, and then kiss 3 times. It's a couple's cha-cha.
Yes. Make a wish.
Make a wish.
I've been
Beat through.
I think I've kissed you 3 times on camera on all of YouTube.
One more.
This one's unsweetened, so George recommended. Ooh. It's a 3:30.
Oh, what time it should be?
No, I'm just saying. It's early for a shot.
This is, when in Tbilisi, Georgia, you drink
What animal is
which
this?
animal is it?
This is lamb.
A lamb.
Yes.
Lamb horn. All right. Ooh. God, wow. God, that's like a.
Strong?
Yeah, that blows your socks off.
76.
Oh
But because of long aging, you don't feel it.
What is the percentage?
76.
76. Having a conversation here, a couple of people have just come into the shop as well. And they were asking what was my favorite, and my favorite was the first one that we had. And then it was 20 to 25%. She said, yeah, that's kind of more for kids, you know?
Survived the 76% in the lamb's horn, so we get to finish with the feijoa.
Feijoa. Feijoa.
Feijoa, the fruit. Nice sweet one for the end here. Baby's cha-cha.
Please look if this is moving. No? So we can continue drinking. When it will begin moving, we have to stop.
I'm a bit hot and sweaty right now. Warmed up in there.
Bakery?
Do you know,
Yeah.
we went to kind of restaurant and then had this cat and went all over the place.
If it wasn't obvious, Hayes really likes George.
And every other tour guide.
No, but like...
And every other breathing human that's not me or Pete.
But in particular with George,
Yeah.
like Hayes went for his hand like straight away. Normally it takes like 1 or 2 stops and then he like warms up. He was straight in.
Okay, we're eating again. This stop is a really lovely restaurant in the basement of the National Theater, and he was saying it's the chefs or the owners, it's like somebody's private art collection, and it's just charming. And we were gonna have shmerkuli, I don't know, there's a fried chicken and cream dish, but we actually ordered it last night, which was our first night in Tbilisi. That will be in our next video. So he's ordered us like a beef dish with polenta, a tomato salad with a pickled green, I forget the name, special plant from here, and then some beans with a variety of pickles as well.
If you're concerned about being hungry on this tour, do not be, because every food stop that we've been to, there has been plenty of food. Plenty.
Like a full meal.
Like, we're not going to be eating for the rest of the day. It's the token Brit in our little family. This dish is looking very appealing. This beef though is super tender, cooked in walnuts. Love their walnuts here with this like polenta. Thank you. The best part, it's got a bit of a kick to it. It's got a bit of a spice, which is great because we haven't had anything yet that's got like a little bit of a spice sort of heat to it. So that one I really like it.
So I don't think we've said this yet, and I didn't know this before we came here, but Georgia is like the birthplace of wine. It's like a UNESCO intangible heritage thing of their winemaking process in these like clay pot things. I don't know. And a lot of it is raw or natural, because that's how they were making it 8,000 years ago or whatever. So this is apparently a very famous raw wine, which gives it that like darker color, stronger kind of taste. It's very good. I was just saying to George, like, this kind of wine is like trendy, I think, right now in a lot of places. They've been doing it for a very long time here. Kind of like a bite. I don't know how to talk about wine.
Not only do you get a lot of food, you also get plenty of delicious alcohol as well.
That's how I feel, to be honest. To our last stop, which used to be like an old traditional market and then was converted into this like trendy food hall type thing with a bunch of craft vendors.
That's walnuts and honey. This is like the 10th different dish that we've had walnuts in, and they've all been really good. Final stop of the tour, and it's ice cream, all natural ice cream, and I had to get walnut and creme brulee to just finish off the theme. So this has been an incredible tour. We can highly recommend it.
That was a 10 out out of 10 tour. If you're coming to Tbilisi, definitely book this food tour. It's with the company called Real Georgia. We got it via Get Your Guide, link down below. Ask for George, he was phenomenal. He runs the company with his wife Maria. His brother Luca is also a guide. They run all sorts of tours. They do like a one-day tour to Armenia that I'm kind of curious about. This was so good, and it's one of those tours that like everything we ate was delicious. Sometimes you book a food tour because you want to taste authentic, unique stuff that like maybe you wouldn't try again. And this tour, I would eat all of those dishes over and over again.
And if you like walnuts, this is the tour for you.
It's a country for you if you like walnuts. But anyway, thank you for watching. We will have, I think, 2 more videos from here in Tbilisi. One just about what we get up to sightseeing-wise, and probably a lot more food. And another, we're gonna go out on Friday night and see what the nightlife is like here. So if you're not already and you wanna follow along, feel free to subscribe. Otherwise, we appreciate you watching. And we'll see you in the next one.